right, let's just get it out of the way. Another school shooting, another young man radicalized apparently by far-right extremism, and surprise, he was reportedly obsessed with Trump, Turning Point USA, and white supremacy. This time it happened at Florida State University. 2 people are dead, 6 injured. And the shooter, a 20-year-old student who reportedly admired Hitler and was part of Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA. But why don't we keep pretending that drag queens and library books are the real problem, the real radicalizing force in the United States? Here's what we know. The shooting happened just before noon on April 17th at the Student Union building at Florida State University. The shooter showed up with 3 firearms, a handgun, a shotgun, and a third weapon that at last check is still being identified. He shot and killed 2 men, Robert Morales, the longtime FSU dining director and assistant football coach, and Tiru Chaba, a regional VP for Aramark. 6 others were injured, including a grad student who was shot while fleeing. Police responded in 4 minutes and shot the shooter after he refused to comply. Last report is that the shooter is in the hospital and not speaking. Here is an interview with an individual who knew the suspect, and here's what he had to say. Certainly not an unclear message.
The suspected shooter has been identified by police as an FSU student by the name of Phoenix Eichner. I know it's a big school. Did you happen to know him?
So I spent my first 2 years at Tallahassee, now called Tallahassee State College, but we called it TCC. And I was the president of a political talk group we called the Political Roundtable, and he joined the club when I was at TCC. Basically our only rule was no Nazis, colloquially speaking. And he espoused so much white supremacist rhetoric and far right rhetoric as well, to the point where we had to exercise that rule. I also know he was a member of the TCC Turning Point chapter. And since TCC, I have seen him in passing a couple times. Today, I was talking to a friend who had talked to him yesterday, or 2 days ago, pardon me. And he was talking about how he wasn't ready for exams.